What's good with y'all, man? Happy Friday. Hopefully your week has been good. So, we have an article to cover about Superman. Let's see if this article is not being biased. Let's see if they're telling the truth. This article is by Outkick. I've actually never heard of this place, this person, this thing. But it says Hollywood press still trying to call Superman a massive success to placate James Gunn. In 2025 version of Superman from director James Gunn was billed as a turning point for the entire entertainment industry. Hollywood has struggled to bring audiences back to theaters with declining box office revenue and anemic ticket sales. COVID lockdowns reshaped consumer behavior, with many willing to stay home and wait for the new releases of movies to hit streaming services. Major franchises like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has lost momentum after choosing to spotlight minor side characters in a misguided attempt to tick boxes on a progressive checklist. Then there's other big problem. The industry has told a majority of the country it doesn't value their business. Now, okay, yes, things have definitely changed since COVID, but we got to stop with the excuses that COVID is the reason why Superman is not successful. We went over this 1,000 times, man. The Batman came out post-COVID, made over $700 million. You have Jurassic World Rebirth has made over $800 million, and it made a lot of money international. The excuses and goalpost movement for this movie is absolutely crazy. And Fantastic Four was a way better movie than Superman, but it didn't make as much money as Superman. But you don't see them making all these crazy statements of all these articles and just all the BS to give excuses as to why the movie is a success. But we'll continue to read, see what they're talking about. Regardless of the reasons, Superman was supposed to help reverse those trends. Reuters said in May that the film would hold keys to the 2025 box office. The Financial Times said that for Gunn. His success or failure with Superman could shape the future of the genre. The Associated Press said in April that it could rescue the 2025 box office. The Las Vegas Review-Journal, when discussing a CinemaCon presentation, said it may be burdened with trying to save moviegoing as we know it. It did not meet those expectations or show that Hollywood is back on the right track. No, stop putting out garbage. It's really that simple, man. If you guys start making good movies, things people want to see, you're going to make money. Avatar is coming out this year in November or December, can't remember the date. I guarantee you, if that doesn't make $1 billion, it will make close. It will make close. The goalpost movement for this movie, man, is astronomical. Despite its high-profile character creative team and the marketing power of DC Studios and Warner Bros., Superman was nowhere close to turning a profit at the box office. Yet, industry trades this week cast Gunn's film as a smashing success that's helped save the industry. Why mislead their audiences? Because they're trying to hype up the future. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to hype up the future and get us to hype for the future movies, which I'm not. In a post on X announcing that Warner Bros. And DC will make a sequel to Superman, Man of Tomorrow, industry publication deadline called Gunn's 2025 film a massive success. Following the massive success of Superman, DC Studios is moving fast on its next film, revolving around the Man of Steel, as it has dated Man of Tomorrow to boat on July 9th. What's to boat? To boat on July 9th, 2027. Never heard to boat before. Interesting. James Gunn is back writing and directing, with David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult expected to return as Superman, Clark Kent, and Lex Luthor respectively. I don't know why I struggle with that word right there. It's so weird. Massive success based on what? Superman has made $612 million globally. As of Thursday afternoon, while not embarrassing, it's anemic given pre-release expectations, the massive cost of production and marketing, and the hopes it carried for rejuvenating the industry moving forward. The most recent Superman movie, 2013's Man of Steel, made nearly $930 million globally after adjusting for inflation. The 2025 release took in roughly $318 million less at the box office. That's tens of millions fewer tickets sold. If this release is considered a massive success, now Hollywood has a serious problem. Why would Deadline describe it this way? They want to retain access to Gunn, Warner Bros. And DC for one. The other is that describing it accurately as a box office disappointment would mean acknowledging that Gunn's pre-release remarks about the film being political could have hurt its gross. Do we know for sure if it did or by how much? No, and we never will. But the possibility alone is enough for the industry to keep gaslighting to protect its party. A massive success for Superman would have been 800 million to 900 million. Agreed. Because remember the hype around. Let's not forget the hype around this movie. Oh my gosh, this movie has the most amount of trailer views. This movie's gonna make $1 billion. Let's not forget these people. Like they were hyping it. Now they were hyping it. So it's going to make 800 to 9 million or more. That's what would have been a massive success at the global box office. It's hundreds of millions behind that. It also made 240 million less globally than Jurassic World Rebirth, even underperforming it domestically, despite that film being critically panned and disliked by audiences. The hard sell tells you they know they have a problem, and it's of their own making. Written by Ian Miller. Yo, Ian, I appreciate you. Because you out here, you're telling the truth. You're telling it like it is. And this is the problem with people, man. If you don't agree with Superman not being a success, they call you the Snyder Bro, the Snyder Cultist, or you're just, I don't know, just some dumb stuff, man. We are telling it like it is, man. Come on. We're just telling it like it is. This movie, when it was coming out, it's gonna beat Man of Steel. It's got the most amount of trailer views ever. It's gonna be $1 billion film. Like, we were hearing so many different things. Like, yeah, this is the movie here. This is gonna take us back. DC is back, baby. No, the hell it's not. DC is far from back. 5 out of 10 for me. I went and seen it. I gave it a chance. And like I said in previous videos, James Gunn was trying to give us the cartoony version of Superman on the big screen, which I appreciate the effort, but it didn't land. It didn't stick for me. You know, kicking a field goal, yeah, he was hella short of hitting that field goal for me, because it's just too goofy. It's just so many dumb things in this movie. And we didn't even get the full version of this movie. Remember, this movie had 25 to 30 minutes of cutout footage that was too goofy. So I want to see the full version just so I can see how much goofier this thing really is. And I want to hear the Snyder. I want to hear it all. I want to hear the Snyder Bro joke he cracked in there too. So I agree with Ian. This is definitely all in their making. Like, not only because of past issues that we know about, but because of things like James Gunn not connecting the fans together, not bringing the fans together, you know, stupid things like Snyder Bro cracking those jokes. And then you have things coming out with saying Peacemaker, you need to see Peacemaker in order to see Superman. And then he says you don't need to see Superman to see Peacemaker. And then you got a big ass orgy scene in Peacemaker season 2 episode 1. It's too much. And there's a lot more that I could say that goes into this, but I'll just leave it at that because we've talked about this a lot. Superman is DOA, as everybody likes to say. This movie has made 612 million worldwide. People, when I tell them that domestically this movie did good because of crypto, they call me an idiot. They do. And it's okay. You can say that. But I hope for this Man of Tomorrow, if it even gets released, because a lot of things could change by 2027. So if this movie gets released, I hope crypto's not in it, so we can actually see. Because that's the only way we could tell. But like I said, the facts are the facts. If you go on Google, you type in how many people live in the U.S., Type in how many people own a pet. Over 70% of households own a pet. Own a pet. Crypto sold a lot of butts to tickets. Or a lot of butts to seats. He did. Crypto did. That's why it did good so domestically. Internationally, they could care less. I need to check the numbers on the international. See how many international people own pets. I never checked that. I'll have to check that. But yeah, man. I'm not excited for DC moving forward. You guys know this. Man of Tomorrow, could care less. We got 2 years. I'll decide if I'm going to see this movie. If it even happens. Because there's actually quite other videos that we could do. Especially how, when this universe was first announced, all the first movies that was at Booster Gold, and it's been a lot of changes since then. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, man. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed my thoughts and my review of this article, make sure you hit that like and drop that sub, okay? I will see you guys in the next one, man. 100,000 subscribers is grind time. Let's get